Dun, 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 dun.
If you yourself happen to be a parent or a guardian or a mentor to children in some way, whether you're a paraeducator or a teacher or you work in a daycare establishment, I'm not sure what the exact title for that would be, but if children are involved in your life, your responsibility, if you're not following up on this, you should be keeping this at a high priority in your mind. But you want to establish a safe environment for them so they can thrive in the world that they're growing into. Let this film serve as a cautionary notice of when you want maybe to establish a safe environment, but you bring in the wrong people. Because you never know people sometimes. I mean, someone may seem like the idealistic human being. You find out, they're really not. Maybe it's just showing them the pink notice or just showing them the door outright or denied the interview or whatever. Hopefully things work out for the better, but it seems like they possibly will not, because this is a new horror movie called The Turning, which, as it says in the poster, which I love that poster, by the way, watch the children with care. But who's watching the children? That's a very interesting question. I'm sure for anybody who's read this book that the movie's based on by Henry James, or the novella, The Turn of the Screw. I've not read it yet, but I would be curious to do so before seeing the movie. I'll let this trailer serve as a tease for me to get me interested. But I've wanted to check out this trailer for weeks now. Again, I'm very much interested in the prospect of watching some more horror movies. I like scaring myself, but I'm cautionary with horror. I'll be going into that more a little bit because there were some points of contention I might have. I don't know. I just wanted to address them before I look at the trailer specifically. So the film is releasing in 10 days from when I'm recording this on January 24th. So it's coming up pretty quickly, but it does look pretty good. At least the premise is great. Now, I did recognize two of the names up front with this movie, or two of the acting talents. Finn Wolfhard, obviously Stranger Things fame, It fame, right? He's very well known. I enjoy watching him. Mackenzie Davis is also in this. Hopefully this will work out better for her. The unceremonious debut of Terminator Dark Fate. She's probably thinking like, oh yeah, I was a Terminator, big franchise, right? I'm going to be a star. Or she probably already is. And we all know how that ended. It's like, she's probably like, please Universal, give me better here. Wait, Terminator Dark Fate was put out by Paramount. I was going to say, weren't they the same ones who determined? No, they're not. Okay, that's probably why she ran for Universal instead. Okay, but anyways, I did look into some of the talent behind the camera as well. And I have to say, this is where the cautionary moment comes in. Carrie W. Hayes and Chad Hayes are writing this. Also, Henry James is given a writing credit since this is based on his book or novella. But Carrie W. Hayes and Chad Hayes, I didn't look in their filmography too extensively, but two of the prominent projects, at least listed on IMDb, were the Conjuring movies. And if you know my contentions with, or my decision-making process of horror movies, aside from all the ever trivial content in films these days, I don't do overly bloody movies. I can't stand gore. It makes me sick. And then being a Christian, I'm very sensitive to supernatural content because it's very real and I don't think it's entertaining, especially when they go into like the darker side of a supernatural atmosphere or like the occult sometimes. I don't do that. That's like an automatic nope for me. So hopefully it doesn't go in that direction. We'll see. So again, that was a moment of caution, but to its credit, Floria Sigismondi, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, apologies if I'm not, she's directing this movie, and I haven't seen too many of her projects. It said on IMDb that she's done a lot of music videos. She did do one episode, though, for Daredevil, and granted, it's not an episode I really remember, other than the Elektra contribution, because I'm an Elektra fan. But it says in her IMDb bio that she is known for jittery camera work. So I'm guessing there's going to be some shaky cam in this movie. I don't remember that episode of Daredevil well enough to remember or to have recognized that. So I'm kind of like, oh, what would that look like? We'll have to see together in this movie and see for ourselves. But this sounds really interesting. So again, I like the premise for this. It's a great warning, a reminder of people like, yeah, be careful who you allow into your lives, into your parental responsibilities, or allowing other mentors in, because you sometimes never know people. So this is what it says on IMDb. A young governess is hired by a man who has become responsible for his young nephew and niece after the deaths of their parents. A modern take on Henry James' novella, The Turn of the Screw. So that doesn't really sound like a horror film up front, but then when you pair it with the fact that it is a horror movie, and you pair it with the poster and the little nails on the hands, who exactly is this governess we're bringing in? Okay, let's take a look and see how this movie is based on the trailer. We actually have two trailers to look at. I was looking around like, I've seen like a bunch of clips floating around for it, like with ads and stuff. I've tried to look away so I'm not seeing too much at all or anything. But I did find another trailer. That's about it, though. There's really Not that much for this movie. But let's take a look. As always, we're going to watch this first, and we'll talk about more of my condensed juice of us watching the video together. Okay, The Turning. Here we go. It's creepy, both with the nails and the stare. She's just like...
Have you ever been a nanny?
This is my first live-in job.
Well, I hope you know what you're doing. The children are very special, Kate.
She's hoping this is a permanent job. Like, please let it be a success after all. Whoa.
Your friends must love it here.
Good sets.
No friends.
Someone had a lot of fun.
Yep.
Well, you have one now.
Maybe.
May I ask how the
That
parents...
fish? Ew.
Aw.
Miles?
Nothing should have to suffer. It's not that simple.
I don't go in that part of the house.
Why not?
Don't wanna.
Wisdom of kids.
Hello?
I better not to go in. It's La Llorona.
What happened to your last nanny?
Like I'd tell.
You need to take charge here, Kate.
I know what you're afraid of. Keeping the lights on won't keep you safe.
Can you please stop?
She might have wanted to stick with
I'm
Terminator.
not going to
She's like, I'm not sure this job is worth it.
cross my heart and hope to die.
Everyone dies, Miles.
Oh.
I don't want to play anymore. Hey! Why are you doing this?
Stop now.
We're not safe!
Stop giving tales.
Bad dreams?
What is that? Oh, is that a ghost? I didn't even notice that at the beginning. Yeah, it's like phantasmic. Hands almost see-through. All you notice really are the nails at first glance, but... That's really good. I liked that. Pretty scary. Oh, as long as it's scary, right? It's great. But they really did a lot there to build the tension, I would say. I mean, just the way these kids are. I think the live fish is a bit much, though. I don't know, but it seems like there's a lot of things here that are trying to, have a better future. Like, obviously, La Llorona also was, that one wasn't a critical success, but that one didn't do too well. No, I didn't see it. I was considering it, but then I'm like, well, no, wait, that's part of the Conjuring franchise now that you've announced it, so no thank you. But the trailers were good for it. I liked it. But that, again, I wouldn't have covered it if I had known previously, but they didn't tell anybody. And then it's like, well, apparently it is. So, whatever. But she's hoping for better things. So she's sitting in this basement like, will this movie work out better for me? I don't know. Maybe. It's really good. I mean, it's got a great set. I definitely like the more, the grayer tones and the color scheme. There's a lot of tropes, too, with the environments. Like, there's a lot of woody environments. It's kind of like a decadent mansion. It's a nice mansion, but still it's kind of like an empty, large house, right? Things we've seen before in horror. Spiders, too. Although that spider's big. I don't like spiders. Oh, that one's huge, too, on Finn Wolfhard's mouth. Ugh. That's the one from the shot I keep seeing, but just seeing it again. I'm not a spider fan. Look to Itsy Bitsy for why. Oh, man. It looks promising, though. I don't know. Like, I'm not always into ghost stories, but I would say from what I'm looking at here, like what I mentioned in the beginning with the cautionary thought in my head about the writing staff and the fact that they did the Conjuring movies, this looks a lot better. So it doesn't look like a demonic story. It doesn't look like a really supernatural thing. It may involve some like supernatural elements for the ghosts and stuff like that. Maybe the ghost of the previous nanny, and this is the one we didn't talk about. But the trailer's at least grippy enough for me to one day watch it. I don't know if it'll be this month, but I can try at least get around to it. I'll read the reviews beforehand to know exactly what I can expect. And if I have enough time, maybe I'll like get the audiobook or something and I'll listen to the novella if it's available in that form. But I'd be curious to learn more about The Turning, or as the novella is called, The Turning of the Screw, because the trailer is certainly gripping. It's got some great moments in it. What do you guys think about this? I quite like it. I think it's pretty interesting. I can't wait to watch the other trailer, because since there's another one it's shorter, but it's fine. It'll probably have some new stuff in it. Maybe it'll be some of the old stuff, but maybe some of the more highlight moments with the techniques. I like all the technical stuff here. I didn't really notice any jittery camera work, though, so maybe it's saving that for the movie. Not totally sure, but we'll have to see. But what do you guys think of The Turning? Feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget all that good stuff, but like, subscribing, that bell. Until our next trailer, we will be looking at for The Turning. I will see you guys then. But until then, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Don't forget to love yourselves, your fellow man. God bless, and peace.